more how we want to play. Tonight you saw it just more consistent for 48. Starting with our defense, thought we were challenging shots, rebounding well at times, and then our pace and our ball movement. Starting to establish that identity. We're not where we want to be. We can continue to work on it, but you're seeing examples of how we really want to play, and that was a great example tonight.
Good evening and welcome to Chinatown as Monumental Sports Network proudly presents Wizards basketball. We are back home inside the friendly confines of Cap One Arena for another Emirates NBA Cup matchup. It's featuring a pair of Southeast Division foes, Washington entertaining Jalen Johnson and the 11-7 Atlanta Hawks. Great to be with you, everybody. Chris Miller alongside Brendan Haywood filling in for Drew Gooden. Megan McPeak will join us shortly. Brendan, Saturday in Chicago, Corey Kispert hit the 600 threes club, fourth in franchise history, and in doing so, really gave Brian Keefe a lift in that starting lineup.
When Brian Keefe described Kispert, he talked about he's made of the right stuff. He's a key cog of this team, but more importantly, he is always ready to play when his number was called, and he was ready on this day, knocking it down from 3 of 6 from the great beyond. You know that's his calling card, but there were some other things he did well also in this game. Nice, strong drive to the basket, and Chris, this was the play right here. Oops, upside your head, head tap, Corey Kispert coming down the lane with the facial. He had himself a ball game.
You see the numbers, the historical numbers for the long ranger. Love that graphic right there.
Yes, sir.
All right, coming up, Cam Whitmore over the last 7 games has found a significant role on both ends of the floor. Brendan will explain in our Toyota Star Trek. Meanwhile, Jalen Johnson, in the absence of Trae Young, has been the Hawks' most consistent player. Much more as we count down to tip-off from Capital One Arena. Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. And by Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Also by Empowering Education. Visit www.empowering-education.org and enroll today. After missing the last 2 games on the recent road trip, Alex Sarr returned Saturday collecting his 5th double-double of the season, including 3 of his last 4 games. When we return, this is the starting lineup and opening tip here on your home for Wizards basketball, Monumental Sports Network. Time now to take a look at tonight's Star Trek. Brendan, it is brought to you by Toyota.
And when we talk about tonight's Star Trek, we got to start talking about Cam Whitmore. His last couple of games, he's been really strong, double figures in his last 6, and it starts with him attacking in transition and getting downhill into the paint. On the flip side, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, this is a guy now averaging 19 points, career average of 9. He has really stepped up in the absence of Trae Young.
Played his college ball just down the road at Virginia Tech University. For more on tonight's game, we say good evening for the first time to Monumental Sports Network's Megan McPeak.
Hey, Chris, you heard in the open what Brian Keefe had to say following the game in Chicago about his team's growth early on this season. And I caught up with veteran Chris Middleton after practice the other day, and he said he feels like they're taking steps in the right direction. And it allows guys to see what it takes possession to possession to close games on both ends of the floor. Now, while he was also giving praise, he also mentioned that they do still have spurts during games, where they've had lapses. And he reiterated, if you want to win in the NBA, it has to be for a full 48. But the growth is starting to show, Chris.
One thing that we've noticed throughout the course of this season, Maggie, thank you very much, is when the Wizards do have those moments of dealing with adversity, the key is how far and how long does it take to get out of it. Because, Brendan, I thought what was really key in the first quarter, scoring 40 points on the Bulls Saturday night, coming off a game Friday, it really shows kind of the mental focus that they had going into the second night of a back-to-back.
Yeah, listen, they really played well. They started out hot. They started out strong. But the key thing for this team is when you hit that snag, when you hit that little bit of adversity, don't let a bad possession snowball into 3, 4, 5 bad possessions. That's how you become a good basketball team.
Tonight's starting lineup for the Wizards, they'll go with Sarr, Coulibaly, C.J. McCollum, Corey Kispert in the starting lineup, as well as the veteran Chris Middleton. Meanwhile, for Quinn Snyder's Atlanta Hawks playing really good basketball of late, here's Porzingis inside, misses. And that ball is going to be secured by Alex Sarr. Porzingis, Zachary Richard-Jachet, Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, and Nickeil Alexander-Walker. The Hawks are leading the NBA in road assists, almost 32 assists a game away from State Farm Arena. Corey Kispert staying hot like he did Saturday, getting a hoop and horn.
Yes, Kispert looked very good right there. And you see Kispert driving that closeout, understanding people are going to overreact to his jump shot. The bank is definitely open and one style. Look at it again. Understand they're going to close out to his jump shot. He knows the scouting report. People want to run him off the three-point line. That's a great job of taking advantage of it.
Keyshawn George not available tonight. Corey Kispert once again inserted into that starting lineup. And how about that game Saturday for him? We talked about hitting the 300 club in terms of 600 threes, but more importantly, the 20 points and his aggression. That was the first 20-point game since he scored 20 against Portland back on February the 26th.
And you know what really impressed me? Not just the 20 points, because he's known for being a shooter, but the 5 assists. That's an underrated part of his ball game, according to Coach Keefe. His ability, Kispert's ability to pass the ball and also be a good roller when he screens.
Middleton in the mid-range off the mark. Alexander Walker rebounds the push ahead. Porzingis thought about the deep three, puts it on the deck, gets it to the mid-range. That one rattles out. Daniels, offensive rebound.
And that's what we talked about. This Wizards team's going to have to compete on the glass. Can't give a team like Atlanta second chance opportunities.
All right, let's take a look at our injury report tonight. It is presented by Chasen Boscola. As you see, the head coach of the Atlanta Hawks, Quinn Snyder. No Trae Young, still out of the lineup. Meanwhile, the Hawks playing good basketball without him. They're 9-4. No George Johnson or Bagley III for Washington.
You see right now, Wizards struggling a little bit with that half-court set right there. They're going to end up getting the ball back. But this Hawks team, they're physical in the half-court, active hands. They're long and athletic. If I'm the Wiz tonight, I want to get up and push pace and run as much as possible so I don't have to play against his half-court defense.
Tonight's officials, Curtis Blair, crew chief in his 18th season. Justin Van Dyne, the ref. And Tyler Ricks is the umpire in his second year. This will be Atlanta basketball. The Hawks are coming off a win Sunday, beating the Charlotte Hornets in the Battle of I-95. You know about the Battle of I-95.
I do know a little bit about that. I know a little bit about Charlotte.
113-110. Meanwhile, the Wizards lost that heartbreaker by 1 in Chicago. And how about the Bulls last night? Going on the road, getting thumped by the Pelicans. It goes to show you, Brendan, on any given night, you can catch the smoke.
Listen, anybody can get it. So in this NBA, you have to be ready to play every single night because this league is full of incredible ball players.
There's going to be a foul on Chris Middleton grabbing Kristaps Porzingis. Porzingis did not play Sunday in that game against Charlotte. Porzingis, as you know, spent that 1 year here in D.C., averaged almost 23 points, almost 9.5 rebounds, almost 3 assists.
I think that year here in D.C. was critical for his second half revival in his career because coming from Dallas, people that wrote Porzingis off, they thought he was done. Like he didn't have much to give, and when he got to D.C., he had an incredible season here and really showed people that he had a lot left in the tank as C.J. McCollum knocks down the step-back triple.
Talk about somebody that still got some left in the tank.
Oh,
C.J. leading the Wizards in terms of threes this season. That's his 42nd on the year. Deflection into the hands of Daniels. This guy right here is playing like an all-star. Jalen Johnson misses. Richard gets the offensive board. Porzingis, deep three off the mark. And then Johnson takes the rebound away from Coulibaly, but into the hands of Kispert.
These are the opportunities you want to push that pace if you're the Wiz. Take advantage.
CJ thought he was fouled, but still cashes out the three.
Cash money's an army.
CJ's first 2 shots are from downtown. Dyson Daniels, no good. McCollum, oh, this is a heat check.
Hello.
Oh, how about it?
Hey, listen, it's a heat check, and he is definitely hot.
Quinn Snyder wants to call time because C.J. McCollum said, my 3 is hot. Like a Krispy Kreme donut sign.
Oh, man, hey, that's real hot.
Quick timeout on the floor. C.J. with 9 points in 50 seconds. We're back with more. Washington leading by 9. An unanswered courtesy of 3 triples by the veteran C.J. McCollum. And Brendan, when you go back and look at what he's done, first 8 games compared to the last 8 he's played, there has been some significant uptick in production.
Well, that doesn't surprise me at all. A lot of times you see veterans kind of feel their way into a season, And they might start out a little bit slow as they're getting their footing and their legs underneath them, but a guy like C.J. McCollum, you understand once he gets his rhythm, he's one of those guys that can just get going all night long.
About a week ago, CJ said, listen, I needed about 2 weeks to get myself acclimated to my surroundings in terms of the city and then my teammates. You've been traded before. You've been on new teams going into a new season. So you can speak to that of how do you have to deal with the adjustments of a new city and new teammates.
Just being comfortable in your city is one thing. Understanding the best ways to get to the practice facility, how to get back home. I don't know how many times I got lost in Dallas before I figured certain things out on just how to get to the airport. And then getting comfortable with your teammates. Look like a foul right there.
Indeed, they call it. Finally.
Great job by Middleton.
Megan was in the last huddle. What do you got?
Well, Brendan, you were correct. Pushing the pace. If I had $1 for every time BK said the word pace in that timeout, I could take us all out to dinner right now. It was the point of emphasis for them, not just on the offensive end, but as well to the defense. And he reminded guys, we got to secure the defensive rebound first before we just leak out and go. But he likes the pace with which they started.
Well, it helps when you got your veteran hitting the first 3 triples that he takes to really set the tone.
Yes, indeed. And a lot of those came with the pace, and they came in the flow. We talked about Atlanta's defense. They're strong, they're physical. A lot of long, wiry athletes get their hands in the passing lane. You want to take advantage of that pace and transition as much as possible.
Middleton hits 2 free throws to give the Wizards an 11-point advantage. Jalen Johnson back rims that triple attempt as the ball goes out of bounds. It's time now for our keys to the game. They're brought to you by your local Washington, D.C. GMC dealers. Here now are Brendan's keys.
Oh, we got a challenge coming up?
All right, so it'll be a Sprite Coaches Challenge.
How they going to do the challenge right for my keys? I just about to give
It gives you more time to articulate a great thought, Mr. Haywood.
I'm about to give my best stuff.
We'll hold it for about 2.5 minutes. When we come back, we'll let you know what the Coaches Challenge is and also Brendan's keys to tonight's game. And we're back as we're waiting to get the official ruling as Washington has an 11-point lead. Here's Crew
After
Chief
review,
Curtis
we
Blair.
do have approximate foul to the play. We have a loose ball on Porzingis, therefore it will be Wizards ball side out.
So the new rule this year, Brendan, is you can challenge if you want, but the officials can also go back and see if there's other activity. And what they saw right there was there's a loose ball foul on Kristaps Porzingis. So the Hawks lose the challenge because they snitched on themselves.
Yeah, basically. Snitching is not allowed,
It's not-
especially on yourself.
Exactly. All right, Wizards with possession, a little pick and roll there to Sarr. Sarr inside, going off the glass.
That's a strong take. I like that by Sarr. Caught that ball, finished strong inside, something that he's doing a lot better this year. Field goal percentage is up. It's because he's playing a lot stronger, more confident in the paint.
And that ball goes out of bounds. Excellent defense by Washington. Leads to another turnover for Atlanta. Yeah, Sarr has done a terrific job this year of his shot diet being more improved than his rookie year. Really working on getting into the paint more than just staying out there on the three-point line.
I thought Sarr's rookie year, he was trying to prove to people that he could play on the perimeter. This year, he's a lot more comfortable in his own skin, and he's just proving to people that he can just flat out play.
Oh, that's a layup for Corey Kispert. You can't leave him wide open.
Speaking of guys that can just flat out play, Corey Kispert can play. He is an absolute shooter.
Wizards shooting 86% from the field. Daniels on the deck. Johnson trying to get inside. Good defense by Kispert. Porzingis, count it, and the foul. All right, you've had time to think about it.
All right.
Let's now look at the keys to the game. Again, they're brought to you by your local Washington, D.C. GMC dealers. Here's Brendan's keys.
Well, the first key is control the glass. If you are the Wizards, you have to understand you have to take control of the paint. Wizards haven't done a good job of that this season. Porzingis, a lot of length. You got to make sure you keep bodies like Porzingis and Johnson off the glass. On the other side of the ball, offensively, I talked about it. I'm going to continue to say it. Play with pace. Move that ball. Play with tempo. Get up and down. Make this Atlanta Hawks team chase you.
Wizards 18, Porzingis 5. He scored the only points for Atlanta so far. Here's the Australian Dyson Daniels using the left. Kispert getting a big rebound and push.
Great D by Sarr right there on the challenge.
Koulibaly trying to step through. Middleton trying to clean it up. The tap in is good.
And the vet sticking with it. smoked the first layup, but continue with his aggression inside and got the offensive rebound. I like what I'm seeing from the Wiz kids early on.
There's the former #1 overall pick, Zachary Richachet, in the corner for 3. First Hawk outside of Porzingis to score tonight. How about Middleton? 4 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds to start the game. And this guy stays hot.
Hey, call the fire department, Chris.
He is in fuego.
Yes,
4
he is.
for 4, 12 points for Middleton. Porzingis off his leg. Bilal. Oh, slamming it home with authority.
Got to love that. I love when great defense leads to even better offense. Wizards all over Atlanta right now, 25-8. You love to see it.
Largest lead of the game already, up 17. Got 8 fast break points with CJ leading the way. Bilal free and clear for takeoff.
Hey fans, G-Wiz needs your help. He's a big Wicked fan. He wants you to help decide which character he's going to dress up as tonight. Get QR code to vote right now.
The Wizards take on the Boston Celtics for a home matchup on December the 4th at 7 p.m. Fans have the opportunity to donate new toys, books, and games at the arena entrance. Prior to the game, to support Toys for Tots and join us for a toy drive block party at District E starting at 5:30. Grab your tickets at WashingtonWizards.com. Hot start for the Wizards, shooting 69% from the field, all 5 threes. McCollum accounting for 4 of those 5. Onyeka Okongwu inside. Alex Sarr comes up with the rebound. Middleton waiting for the trailing Sarr. Here's Alex.
Hello.
Getting inside,
Hello.
2 on the rim.
Well, that's what we talked about. Last year he would have popped. This time he rolled. Good things happen when your feet touch the paint. Threw it down with authority. I'm loving what I'm seeing from the Wiz.
This is a Hawks team that is 13th in defensive rating.
We couldn't tell tonight.
Yeah, almost 113. Bilal. Why do they leave him wide open?
Listen, the Hawks staff is on fire right now. They're going straight to the bench. They're calling for several reserves. They are not liking what they're seeing from this Atlanta Hawks team that's known for their defense.
Hey, Atlanta Hawks are giving up 10 fast break points already to the Wizards. We played just under 5 left here in the first quarter. Another rebound, and you hear Brian Keefe says, let's go.
Got to. Listen,
he wants more.
Listen, the pace is good. You're playing with tempo. You're getting whatever you want. You do not slow down.
Sarr, no foul call. He's able to knock it down. He's got 6. Johnson blocked by Alex.
Man, that is a big-time shot block. Crossed the midline and said, no, sir, I'm having none of that tonight.
CJ with a veteran move as Richachet is able to contest. Johnson swinging it over. Alexander Walker, pure jumper.
Man.
He has been hot here of late, Brendan. 7 20-point games so far. That's the most in his career.
I tell you what, he's having himself a year. Guy only averaged about 8-9 points per game last year. Now he's up to 19. That jumper that he just hit, the Atlanta Hawks needed that shot badly.
Bilal staying aggressive, getting inside. Johnson just a little too handsy. So we'll see Bub Carrington and Cam Whitmore come in. And like you said, Quinn Snyder's going to 3 guys on his bench. Luke Kennard, Vic Krejci, and Mohamed Gay will come in.
You see, look at this. Look at the defense right there. That's just not good enough. And then you see Sarr crossing the midline, coming across and blocking Jalen Johnson, telling him to get that shot out of here.
Checking in for Atlanta is Mohamed Gay, Luke Kennard, and
Bilal had 7 points Saturday. Last year against the Hawks, he averaged almost 18 points, including a career-high 27 on October the 30th. That was matched by the total in Cleveland on December 13th. Rattles out that second free throw. So Daniels is the lone starter for the Hawks that's still in the game. Here he is trying to get inside, kick out. Okongwu. Gay taps it out. Swing to Kennard. That guy's a dangerous three-point shooter, misses that one.
Yes, he
Ball's
is.
on the deck. Okongwu takes it away from Saw.
The Wizards right here, you're giving up too many extra possessions. Can't get comfortable with this lead. You got to continue to play hard. Right now, they're giving up way too many easy shots.
And Krejci makes him pay for the rotation.
If you keep giving teams multiple looks at the basket, eventually they're going to find a way to knock something down.
Kispert, catch and shoot, tags Kennard for three. They are still hot from distance. Washington coming up with the block and push.
Oh, Cam wasn't looking.
And there's going to be a foul.
Right there, it was a great pass by Carrington, but Cam was running, but he wasn't looking back for the
Too
ball.
quick.
I think he was just trying to clear out of the way.
And that's where they have done a really good job this year of getting out and running. You understand spacing concepts, in the NBA now. You got to get out and run, get to the wing. So I understood what Cam was doing right there. It was just, the pass was just too quick.
Yeah, Cam was trying to cut through because he didn't see a passing angle. Maybe he flares out a little bit next time and creates that passing angle.
The 6 threes for Washington ties a season high for any threes in a quarter. They have made all 6 of their attempts so far. And we are under 3 to go here in the first quarter. Wizards shooting a blistering 72%. Krejci. Wizards secure the rebound. Carrington, no-look pass to the trailing Kispert. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
7 for 7
Wow.
for 3 in the first quarter.
Oh, my.
Wizards have hung a 40-piece on the Hawks, and they get the basketball back.
Oh, my goodness. Hey, look at Kispert. He's loving it. You see the expression on the face? I mean, coming down, shooting that thing from super deep, no hesitation, and the bench loves it.
Had a great conversation with Brian Keefe yesterday after practice, and we were just talking about offense, and here's Kispert again.
Why
You
not?
gotta be kidding me.
Why not?
The Washington
Why not?
Wizards are hotter than Grandma's grits.
Woo! Hey, the boy's hotter than fish grease.
Unbelievable start. Question is, can they hang 50 on these guys?
Why not?
Hungwoo comes back to try to silence the crowd.
Shoot it again. Shoot it again. And let him cook. I like it. The double pin down on the weak side.
Krejci was not allowing Corey Kispert to get open. He grabbed him on sight.
Listen, when something works, you stick with it. Right now, Kispert is on fire. All the plays need to be run for him until he cools down.
This is unbelievable, Brendan. 10 assists on 15 made field goals for Washington. They're 8 for 8 from 3, shooting 75%. They are blowing the Atlanta Hawks out of this building.
Hey, man, they're hotter than the kitchen stove. I'm trying to tell you.
And remember, point differential matters
Yes,
in
indeed.
these Emirates NBA Cup games.
I don't know what type of game the Atlanta Hawks thought it was going to be tonight. But they're getting a very rude awakening here
My
in the
English
first quarter.
might not sound good, but this ain't it.
Yeah.
Whatever they thought it was going to be.
If you thought it was going to be one way, it's the other way.
Now, the real key for this young team, Brendan, is sustainability of
Yes.
this. How do you keep your foot on the gas?
You continue to do the things that got you the lead. A lot of times when you get these big leagues, human nature kicks in. You start relaxing, maybe not focusing on key defensive rotations and things of that nature. If you're the Wiz, you can't do that.
Kispert. Oh,
I'd have ran down on the court and high-fived if you'd hit that one.
look at his teammates. Everybody was jumping up. Oh, here's Whitmore.
Throw it
Just
up.
Throw it up.
Throw it up. Oh, no.
Oh. We'll let him go. Hey, let Tristan live, man.
Oh, man. He tried it.
Hey, he had a good idea. We knew what he was trying to do.
Bless his heart.
Koulibaly fouls Kennard as he'll go to the line.
But this has just been an incredibly fun. This has just been an incredibly fun quarter. The pace has been great. A lot of shot making, excitement. We see Kennard right here driving down the lane and drawing the foul, but this is easily has to be probably one of the Wizards' best quarters this season.
It's not even close.
Not even close.
This is by far
Just
the
making sure.
best quarter, offensively and defensively, they played all year. And the energy, I just love how the guys are rooting on each other. The bench is always engaged, but when you start to see CJ getting it started, hit the first 3 threes, Corey started hit 3, you started to kind of feel the momentum.
Right.
And Atlanta felt it also.
And that's the thing. You think that when those guys on the bench are cheering, a lot of times people can overlook that. That means everything. When you're on the court and you see your guys cheering you on, it just puts a battery in your back and makes you want to go even harder.
And that's going to be an errant pass by Carrington. I just look at the plus-minus numbers. I haven't seen this all year. Koulibaly's a plus 26. Corey's a plus 26. Sarr's a plus 23. Middleton and McCollum, the veterans, are a plus 21. That's in the starting lineup, tone setting.
And on the flip side, everybody for Atlanta is a negative 20.
Krejci drives and kicks, swings to Wallace. Hawks with some good ball movement, leading to the floater by Onyeka Okongwu. Carrington trying to go for a 2-for-1. A near errant pass again. Here's Whitmore. Step back 3. Champagnie offensive board. They'll stay with Washington with 12 on the shot clock.
I would have loved to see Whitmore drive that one and just he's such a good driver. And I understand you have to take certain shots, but he puts so much pressure on the rim when he gets 2 feet in the paint that I think he should do that even more. Force teams to stop you at the rim. That's your superpower. That's his real gift.
Kispert cross-court feed to Champagnie all alone. And Hawks will have possession. 14.9 to go here in the first quarter.
Champagnie didn't knock that shot down, but Kispert had some excellent vision on that pass. We talked about how many shots he hit last game, but don't forget he had 5 assists last game too. Underrated part of his ball game.
Krejci gets the left-hand layup. 2 seconds to go to close out this amazing first quarter. A quarter that saw the Wizards shoot 8 of 12 from downtown. It's the most points in a first quarter since 1990 versus the Denver Nuggets. The best 12 minutes the Washington Wizards have played all year, and Brendan, it started with 3-point shooting.
Listen, it started with C.J. McCollum. He got it done. He got the party kicked off, and then Kispert jumped in with his threes of his own. But it was magnificent ball movement, confident shooting, and guys just playing with a lot of heart, passion, and grit.
McCollum hit 4 threes. Kispert hit 4. Washington was 8 of 11 as a team. And you got to go back to Saturday night, first quarter. Washington scored 41 points against the Chicago Bulls. Tonight, 45 points in the first quarter against Atlanta.
Now it's about sustainability. It's about keeping it going. You had a great second quarter. Great first quarter. Don't be satisfied with that. Have a great second quarter as well.
Well, CJ started the first quarter, and now he starts the second on the drive.
Hey, listen, that's what CJ's known to do. You see him boogieing at the top of the key. Easy work.
With our Chevy stats there, Washington blistering from the field.
You love to see it.
Kennard gets inside. Sarr waiting for him. He hits a raindrop there over Alex.
Listen, that was a tough shot by Kennard, too. Because when Alex Sarr challenges your shot, that's a big-time challenge.
Well, notice who Quinn Snyder is starting the second quarter with. All bench guys. He clearly did not like the disposition in the first 12 minutes, especially from his starters.
Well, the starters, they came out here and they approached this game with not the right attitude. And sometimes that happens in this league. You go out there and you see a team's record and you think, come out there sleepwalking. You think it's going to be a cakewalk. Then you get punched in the mouth and you realize, oh, okay, we got a fight on our hands. And that's exactly what happened to the Atlanta Hawks.
And again, I am so interested to see the rest of this game, how Washington handles, prosperity in that first quarter. Okongwu laces a 3. Wizards have won just once this season, and there's been a lot of lessons that they've taken throughout the course of this year. This will be a really good lesson of holding on to a game like this, winning it, and winning it decisively.
Yeah, and you have to learn. You have to make sure you know when you're getting certain shots. Like that possession right there, that possession was a sloppy possession. We see Sarr with a nice block shot as he continues to be a threat on the defensive end.
CJ deep. Wow. 50 points already for the Wizards offense.
Listen here, when we talk about a shooting clinic, CJ McCollum, have yourself a ball game.
Alexander Walker, crossover, kick out. Kennard swinging it over. Okongwu, the new aged NBA three-pointer for centers.
Well, that's how you play a long time in this league. You have to adjust. Back in the day was the mid-range jumper. Now for centers, it's top of the key in corner threes. If you can hit those shots, you can play for a very long time. Okongwu has knocked down a couple threes early.
Carrington tries his hand at a three and connects.
Right now, if you got a Wizards jersey on, your three-point shot is going to fall.
Krejci with a head fake. Nice move into the basket and scores over Sarr. Krejci now with 7 points in 6 minutes. CJ. Offensive rebound by Sarr. Nice pass inside to Champagnie.
Great pass. Great pass. That's the definition of passing up a good shot to get a great shot. Middleton could have easily shot it right there, made one extra one, and the Wizards get a layup.
Chris Middleton with already 7 assists tonight.
Like they say, you got to share the sugar. Got to pass the rock.
Indeed.
When you pass that rock and everybody gets a chance to touch it, that ball finds energy and everybody feels like they're a part of the solution. They feel like they're a part of the party. And that is how you want to play basketball.
That foul will be on Okongwu. Slapping the right hand there of CJ McCollum. Some of the starters for Atlanta coming back into the game. Porzingis, Dyson Daniels, and Jalen Johnson, along with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. McCollum to inbound. Spin baseline by Middleton. Oh, Carrington, nice fake. And trying to a strong contest by Jalen Johnson. He stared at Bub.
Johnson with the stare down afterwards too. I tell you what, if I block somebody's shot, I might stare at him as well.
Alexander Walker comes back and laces a three. That'll be his second triple of the night. CJ's floater goes in over the outstretched arm of Porzingis.
I had a chance to call a game, obviously, early on in the season where the Wizards were playing against Orlando. And I just tell you what, this looks like a totally different CJ McCollum. Like, he looks so much more engaged. He looks like he has his feet underneath him. He has so much confidence in his moves. He's just moving with a different type of swagger right now over these last 8 games as opposed to the beginning of the season.
Porzingis will go to the line as he tried to rip through the arm of Alex Sarr.
Meet me at the summit.
And the look says it all.
Yeah, man. That's how I be staring at you sometimes.
Always.
Yeah.
Jalen Johnson has yet to score. 0 for 4, but he's got that block, a couple of rebounds, and 3 assists.
I think you were staring at me like that in pregame when I was going over what we should say before the game.
Yeah, the one thing you wanted to talk about, we 86 that one quickly.
I don't know, man.
No.
I still think it would have worked. I promise you. Actually, that would have been the perfect time for it.
Porzingis' first season in Atlanta. Only played 42 games last year due to illness and injuries. And I agree with you, man. His time in Dallas was not good. He came here to Washington, kind of got a restart, and then goes to Boston. The rest is history.
And I love to hear stories like that where guys are kind of written off, they stick with it, and next thing you know, good things happen for them.
Tristan over to Whitmore. 3 seconds. Koulibaly. Hawks on the run. Daniels tried to bounce passes to Porzingis. Tristan gets the layup off the pass from CJ.
Listen,
he's motioning his teammates to come back on defense. Don't celebrate.
And that's a tough catch and finish right there too. On the run, got to gather, get your steps.
Wizards foul says the double zero. Tristan Vukcevic is first.
Right
Foul
there,
on Tristan.
that ball's coming over your shoulder, and then you know you got someone like Dyson Daniels trailing. That's a tough. That's a more impressive play than people give it credit for. It looks easy, but a lot can go wrong in that scenario.
Whitmore with some strong defense on Porzingis. Staying
down.
low,
Stay
using
down.
that body. And they're going to call Cam for the foul. But what I like about Cam and what has improved in his game the last 7 is the Wizards coaching staff figured out if they put him on the ball, he can use his 6'7", 250 frame, and he's more engaged defensively.
Right. Listen, some guys, you got to throw them out there. There's some guys, when they're on the weak side, they fall asleep. But you put them on the ball, you let them get a little piece of that action, put them out there in the ocean in sink or swim time, the dog's always going to find a way to swim ashore. That's what he's doing.
And offensively, I think he's been outstanding. And, you know, the Wizards like to do 10-game segments where they like to check in with the players, see how they – I'll be real interested to know during this 7-game segment what he has done so far, how impressed they've been with, 1, his aggressiveness, 2, his accountability, 3, what he's doing on the defensive end on ball, and maybe more importantly, using his physicality, get a rebound and push.
I think if the Wizards are looking at Cam Whitmore and what he's brought to the table over the last 7 games, they're going to love what they've seen. He's a different type of athlete, as we see in the legal screen right there.
That's going to be on Tristan, his second personal.
Offensive foul against double zero. Tristan Vukcevic is second personal.
All right, we got timeout on the floor. 6:48 to go. The lead is 20 for Washington. They led by as many as 20. Monumental Sports Network's coverage of Wizards basketball is presented by McDonald's. When the Wizards win, fans get a Big Mac for $2.50 on the McDonald's app the next day at participating McDonald's. ESPN Bet, the sports book for sports fans. Download the app today. And by Verizon. The Washington Wizards are powered by Verizon 5G. Take a look at our Toyota League leaders. Corey Kispert, now in the 600 club in franchise history, joins these other guys you see on the screen as the most career three-pointers made in that 2021 draft class. Jalen Green tops, Trey Murphy III also on there, Sam Hauser.
A lot of snipers on that list. A lot of guys that can absolutely shoot the rock.
Let's see what Atlanta could do coming out of the timeout. Porzingis got a second chance opportunity using that 7'2" frame.
If you're the Wizards, I understand you still have a big lead, but that lead has been cut. You don't want to give this Atlanta team any life. If they have this thing down to about 10 points at halftime, they'll feel they can come out in the second half and steal it. You got to stop that momentum right now.
Tristan straight on 3, no good. Yeah, Washington had their largest lead of 29 at 45-16 with about 1:56 left in the quarter.
But that can't happen.
And here comes Luke Kennard, and then after that, Atlanta ended that quarter on a 7-0 run.
And you saw as soon as that shot went up, Coach Keith went right to the bench, pulled off Middleton, pulled off Sarr, because that can't happen. You need a good defensive possession right there, and you let one of Atlanta's best shooters be wide open for a three-pointer in the corner.
Inside drive by CJ as he was bumped. Well, like you said, Brendan, now we're going to see Middleton and Sarr come into the game. They'll replace Tristan Vukcevic and Cam Whitmore.
And the Wizards need a really good possession right here. I'd like to see them go back to that mid-pick and roll with maybe McCollum and Sarr.
Porzingis picked up his second personal. Ball deflected right into the hands of Sarr. Swing to Middleton.
Shot didn't fall, but I like that possession a lot better.
Luke Kennard to Porzingis. Jalen Johnson, their leading scorer, has yet to score tonight. Passes it to Alexander Walker. Nice cut on the baseline by Daniels, who finishes, and Brian Keefe wants to talk about it. What was once a 29-point lead, the Hawks are now on a 9-0 run. They've cut that deficit down to 13.
It's time for tonight's game of tic-tac-toe. Two contestants are going to make a layup to put a playing piece on the tic-tac-toe board at center court. The winner takes home a Bilal Coulibaly autographed basketball, and the brilliant Britt Waters has her contestant.
I'm mic'd up. I'm just letting you know. I'm mic'd up. Wait. Corey! Other side. Oh! Yes! Corey! I love that from you, Dane.
Mic'd Up segment is brought to you by Robinhood. The one guy I always wanted to hear mic'd up and never got that chance is the guy that's actually doing the game with me today.
Well, I'll tell you
I thought you were one of the more and this is a compliment. I thought you were one of the more talkative guys on the floor.
Well, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
CJ rattling another.
McCollum stays hot for faith. The most impressive thing about that mic'd up segment is something that Coulibaly did very early on. He let his teammates know that he's mic'd up.
Yes.
Man, I once had a teammate that was mic'd up, didn't say nothing, had me out there talking crazy.
He was talking greasy.
I was talking crazy. Like, brother, you got to let me know you got the hot mic on. You the feds right now. you the feds, man. Had me out there looking foolish.
Well, inside-outside dribble there with CJ. Working on his dribble bag. Sarr swinging it to Middleton. Middleton wanting that screen. Shot clock at 10.
Get back to that pick and roll. You want to be able to attack Porzingis in that.
Mid-range Middleton. Sarr, offensive rebound over 3 Hawks. How about that one?
I keep saying it, and I'm going to keep sticking to it. Sarr, when he takes his time in that paint, he is an absolute problem, and he's doing such a better job of that this season.
Speaking of doing a better job, I think the Wizards have done an outstanding job on Jalen Johnson so far.
But you see right here, Middleton takes the shot. Sarr works inside, carves out that space. Over 3 Atlanta Hawks, doesn't matter. It's his basketball. It's mine. I like that. You got to have that dog mentality. Yeah, there's 3 Hawks in the paint, but all Sarr sees is the ball, and he goes out there and finishes the play.
Technical foul was called on Alex Sarr as Luke Kennard makes that shot. Yucca Okongwu comes back in, as well as Zachary Richache. Bub's back in the game as well. CJ McCollum will sit. 22 points for CJ. And then the veteran Chris Middleton has 8 dimes.
That's huge. That is huge. That's not what he's known for. He's known for the shooting in the mid-range game.
And then comes up with a steal.
And now he's known for his defense.
CK. It's touched up by Richache, who then bumps Corey. So Middleton's doing a little bit of everything today. We've got the rebounds, the assists, and now getting that steal as Washington was on the break.
Yeah, Middleton even doesn't have a strong scoring stat line. He's had his fingerprints all over his game. He's had several good defensive possessions. We talked about making the hockey assist, making that extra pass, and then getting the actual assist as well, as he has 8 dimes.
Corey Saturday was his first start since April 14th. And he had a season-high 5 assists to go along with those 20 points and 5 rebounds. Logged 37 minutes. And before the game, you can see Brian Keefe went up to Corey on the bench. We were in United Center and gave him some words of encouragement. And listen, I think Corey's the type of player, Brendan, I don't know if you agree with this. I think he can play with any 5-man unit in the league with his skill set.
I think Coach Keefe gave him the ultimate compliment. He just simply said, he's about the right stuff.
Yeah.
That's the highest compliment your coach could ever give you, because there's certain guys that can hit shots and certain guys that can make plays on defense. But when your coach says, yeah, this guy's about the right stuff.
Oh, Sarr's about the right stuff as well.
Oh, yes, indeed. Nice jumper. But what that really means is every day that you come to practice or you're in shoot-around or it's a game, you're making a positive impact. And that's what Corey Kispert has done so far for this Wiz team this year.
Okongwu going to the free throw line as he was fouled by Middleton. Nice spin, couple spins there by Sarr, and then the fadeaway jumper.
You know what they say, good defense, better offense.
Exactly, it's an 8-1 run for Washington.
Okongwu was right there on the shot on that fadeaway, but Sarr being so tall, long, and athletic, sometimes he can just get to an area where other guys can't.
Chris is an assist away from 10.
In the first half?
in the first half.
Wow.
That's got to be a career record. I think my guy David Duvall looked that one up for me. 67-48, a little more than 3 to go before we get you to halftime. Middleton, jab step, pass to Sarr. There's 10 assists for Chris Middleton.
Listen, Middleton has been great finishing. Great passing. Sarr has been excellent finishing.
Okongwu
Speaking of guys
on the
finishing.
rim. Jalen Johnson hasn't scored yet, but that was a pretty good facilitating move. Getting Okongwu open.
Congress quietly had a pretty good first half for Atlanta. He's probably been their most consistent player.
Hawks leave Sarr open. Back in 2016, Middleton had 10 assists in a half. Johnson inside, first field goal with 2:13 to go in the second quarter for the Hawks' leading scorer.
That was a very strong take by Johnson. See right here, quick spin. Carrington reaches right there, and Johnson's able to finish and one stop.
Jalen Johnson, last 8 consecutive games. He had 15 points, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. That set a franchise record. The last to do 7 straight was the late Lenny Wilkins. He did that in the mid-60s when the Hawks were in St. Louis.
Wow, I never knew the Hawks were in St. Louis. That was a long time ago.
Hey, look, you got some education today, brother.
Well, you watched the Hawks play when they were in St. Louis, didn't you?
Oh, see, yeah, you got jokes.
What?
Okay.
Honest mistake, my bad.
I see what you did there.
Honest mistake, I'm sorry.
Under 2 to go, Middleton, kick out to Kispert. Johnson, with the absence of Trae Young, has been a pretty good ball handler for them. Misses that 3.
Wiz on the run. This is where they flourish.
CJ loves it in the mid-range.
Listen, he can score that basketball anywhere, but the mid-range, that's where he really made a name for himself, especially important.
The official scorers table has taken an assist away from Middleton, so he's now back to 9.
Oh, they some haters, man. They're not supposed to do that to you at home.
Especially at home.
At home,
exactly.
man, what's going on? At home, he's supposed to have 12 assists right now. Give him some of them old school John Stockton assists. Like, when they in Utah, boy, they would give him just a little. They give him just a little bit extra at home.
Yep. Here's Sarr straight on 3. That's Alex's first triple. Washington as a team, 12 of 21. 19 assists on 27 made field goals. Okongwu now slams it home.
We talked about Okongwu. We said, listen, he's been playing strong for them. 15 points in the first half.
'74 first half points for Washington. Here CJ said he wanted to and one. I won't say the rest.
Yeah.
Johnson fumbles the ball away.
I don't think saying the rest would be good for your job security.
Exactly.
And I know you all about that.
3 seconds separating shot and game clock.
Run that pick and roll at the top of the key with CJ and Sarr, and then let CJ make the decision of whether he wants to shoot it or drop it off to the big fella. Calls his own number. Why not?
Tags.
Calls his own number.
Daniels.
Why not?
With a 3. And a block by Kispert as it goes out of bounds with .6.
Well, this building is energized. The Wizards have really given these fans something to cheer about tonight. I love what I'm seeing, and I love what I'm feeling in this building.
This is a much-needed effort in the first 24 minutes for Washington here in this first half.
77 points, most points in any half this season for the Wizards.
Ricochet and Johnson as they switch now. They'll put Okongwu on the strong side. And it's going to be a substitution as the rookie Jamir Watkins. He'll come in for C.J. McCollum. 27 points on 10 of 13 shooting for the 34-year-old veteran. .6 to go here in the second. Johnson inside, blocked by Sarr. No basket. 77 points the Wizards hang on the Atlanta Hawks on this Tuesday night here in Capital One Arena in this Emirates NBA Cup game. We talked about CJ leading the way with 27, really got it started, hitting the first 6 threes, Washington as a team. As they go into the locker room, 13 of 22 from behind the arc, as Megan is standing by with the veteran.
CJ, you started hot from 3, 4 for 4 from beyond the arc. You're shooting over 60% for the game. What has allowed you and afforded you the rhythm right now?
Good passes from my teammates. I've been getting work in at night throughout the course of the season, kind of settling in, getting work with my guys at night. I think it's been really helpful for my base, for my stamina, and for game reps, and tonight is translating.
Atlanta made a run here in the second quarter to cut this to a 13-point lead. What was it about the mentality you guys had to respond?
They're a good team. They play with pace. They generate a lot of threes, rim pressure. So we know they're not going to quit. We got to continue to come out strong, especially here in this third quarter. Get off to a great start and take care of home.
Thanks, CJ.
Thank you.
Really looking forward to seeing what Washington does coming out of that halftime. All right, coming up next is Wizards Halftime Live, presented by MGM National Harbor. Wes Tony and Television's Ron Thompson. They got a lot to talk about. Best 24 minutes of the season as the Wizards hung 77 on the Atlanta Hawks. Halftime Live coming up next here on Monumental Sports Network. The question now, how do they sustain it and end up ultimately getting their first home win of the season? Megan is standing by with assistant coach Adam Capehorn.
Adam, that second quarter, Atlanta made a run to cut it to 13. What did you see from the squad to be able to withstand that run?
I thought we just turned our attention back to defense. Sounds a little bit cliche, but they got away from us. They're so talented offensively, playing early transition. It can be hard to sort of get your hands on them and contain them. But I thought we just steadied ourselves and got back to that.
The way you guys were able to move the ball in that first half and the three-point shooting, just what was it offensively that allowed you all, especially Corey and CJ, to get into a rhythm on the offensive end?
Yeah, well, it's difficult to know because the game's connected. I think our stops, our run, obviously sharing the ball in transition, they got some good looks and had it going. And that was good for us, but you know, I think the defense played a lot to start it off.
Appreciate your time here. Good luck in the second half.
All right, thank you.
5 seconds left on the shot clock of the first possession of the third quarter, as Corey Kispert trying to get the basketball taken away by Daniels. Chris Miller, Brendan Haywood in for Drew Gooden, Megan McPeak, and Zachary Richache hits a three. First 5 minutes of this quarter I think is going to be huge, Brendan.
First 5 minutes of the quarter is definitely going to be big time. We understand Atlanta's going to come out with a lot of energy, try to get back in this game. The Wiz have to continue to get good shots.
How about that from Sarr?
That's a great
going
shot.
Right at Porzingis.
You got to drive Porzingis' feet. He doesn't move well laterally. I like the fact that Sarr is using his athleticism to his advantage.
17 points, 8 rebounds for Alex on 8 of 11 shooting. Jalen Johnson, just 3 points in that first half. Daniels off the mark, rebounded by Middleton.
Daniels' jumper has gotten better, but that's still the shot that you want him to take right now if you're the Wiz.
Alex fouled on that dunk attempt.
That would have brought the house down right there.
He'll go to the line. This pass here by Middleton.
Middleton does a great job drawing Porzingis in, dropping it off to Sarr, and Sarr was this close to a monster poster.
Going back to that first quarter, Washington opened the game shooting 8 for 8 from three-point range, and by doing so, Brendan, that was the first time in franchise history. Meanwhile, for Wizards C.J. McCollum, he went 7 of 8 from 3 in the first half. Those three-pointers are tied for the most of any half by a player in team history since Davis Bertans in the second half back on March the 1st of 2020 at Golden State. Alexander Walker trying to work on CJ. He was bumped. You know, this is a game that features the #1 and #2 overall picks from a year ago in Richache and Sarr.
See CJ trying to move his feet. Just that little bit, the little bump with the body. Probably could have let it go, but there was a little bit of contact there. see the Wizards giving Daniels that shot, daring him to shoot it.
Porzingis
You don't want to dare
from
that
the
guy to
W in Washington on the floor.
shoot. Don't want to dare that guy to shoot. He's hit a lot of threes in this building.
Porzingis now with 13. Leads all the starters for the Hawks. Okongwu has 15 off the Hawks bench. Bilal bounce pass to Middleton. Over to McCollum. Cash.
When that ball swings and gets moves side to side, the Wizards always get a good shot, and tonight that shot has been a three-pointer.
Tough bucket by Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
I'm coming right back to that mid pick and roll, and I'm attacking Porzingis.
How about Middleton? Swinging it over to Kispert.
Still ended up with a good shot, but Porzingis in that pick and roll, he's one of the few guys that's not going to be up at the level, so you can take advantage of him.
Ricochet, no good.
Porzingis loves to run that drop coverage. From the Wiz, I'm attacking it.
Right into his chest again, spin by Sarr.
Great find. Got to shoot that one.
Kispert using the left, ball on the deck, taken by Porzingis. Porzingis swinging it over. Ricochet, another three-point opportunity, good. Zachary Ricochet, that's his third triple. He's got 9 points.
And you see Coach Keith put his hands up like, hey, settle down, guys. Let's run some good offense here. Let's be deliberate in the half court and get a really good shot.
Sarr, two on the rim.
And I don't think there's a better shot than that.
There's no higher percentage shot in the league. Johnson bumps Kispert, gets some separation, and we'll stay here. Loose ball foul on Middleton. CJ tonight, 8 of 10 from downtown.
And that's absolutely on fire. You see one more pass, Middleton makes that extra pass, CJ wide open and knocking it down. He's the guy right now that for Atlanta, you can't leave that guy wide open.
Daniels splitting two Wizards on the spin. Johnson using the left. Great defense. Alex might have got poked in the eye.
But excellent defense by Sarr right there. Not sure if he blocked that shot or not, but he was definitely the reason why Johnson could not finish right there at the basket.
Middleton, little shake, misses.
Great defense by Middleton.
Called jump ball, good hands.
The veteran right in the right spot. That's what help defense looks like. Right here, Chris Middleton sees Johnson driving, steps right into that lane, gets the hand on the ball, forces the jump ball. Like what I'm seeing for the most part from the Wizards on both sides of the basketball.
All right, Jalen Johnson comes in 6'8", Middleton 6'8". We'll see who wins the tip, and it'll be Atlanta. Porzingis inside. They're going to count that basket, goaltend there on Alex Sarr.
And I don't mind that. I don't mind that type of play right there. And I understand it's a goaltend, but he made that mistake being aggressive. A guy like Sarr, sometimes you're going to get some goaltends, maybe get some fouls, but I want him challenging everything. I'm encouraging those type of plays in the film room if I'm Coach Keith.
Coulibaly, one-on-one. Three is no good.
Now you see Porzingis switched on Coulibaly. You want to run that exact same coverage.
Good hands by Bilal, though.
You want to run that exact same pick and roll, but next time you want McCollum in it because he's a little bit more confident offensively.
Ninth three of the game for C.J. McCollum. Are you kidding?
As I talk about a guy being confident offensively, he calmly knocks down his 9th tray.
His high in his career is 12 triples. He is on his way there.
He's getting that tonight.
I'm calling it.
Bank it, for sure. And if I say it's going to happen, it definitely is. You know I'm never wrong, right? At least that's what I tell my wife.
It's actually 11, not 12. No basket. Going to call the charge.
The offensive foul charge to Atlanta. Number 1, Jalen Johnson. His third
foul on Jalen Johnson. You see the veteran Chris Middleton standing his ground, taking that charge right in the center of his chest. A little acting, though. Look at that. Oh, there you go.
Listen, Chris Middleton's been in the league a long time. Those charges right there, they hurt. They hurt.
You gonna feel it in the morning.
Yeah, he's not a spring chicken. That's a veteran putting his body on the line.
Hawks have committed 11 turnovers. Washington just 5 tonight as Kispert slips inside.
Great cut by Kispert right there. Nobody home for Atlanta on the weak side, though.
19 points for Corey tonight.
tell you what, the Wizards have been in Johnson's chest all game long. Johnson averaging 22 points per game on the season, but tonight he has been absolutely on the struggle bus. Only 3 points, 1 of 6 from the field.
Wizards are a plus 14 and points off of turnovers. As you see, Bilal getting in there, taking the ball away from Porzingis. Wizards on the run. CJ tags the Hawks, clipping their wings.
Shoot from here. Oh! You think shoot it from here? Shoot it, shoot it! Yeah, nah, I'm mic'd up, man. Good shot, JC! Good shot! Other side, other side, other side. Alex, Alex! Get out, get out, get out, get out! Great defense.
Another mic'd up segment from Bilal Coulibaly. His mic'd up segment is brought to you by Robin Hood. We appreciate him doing that and continuously reminding his teammates that he is mic'd up.
You got to let your teammates know when you're the feds, okay? When you got the mic on, that's the first thing you got to do.
Hawks come out of the break, turning it over. Middleton trailing, passes to Kispert, Corey. And Porzingis goes upstairs for the rebound, his 5th. Johnson loses the handle in the air, passes it out. Ricochet, no.
And Johnson continues to struggle. And that's surprising because he's played so great this year, but Johnson just can't get it going right now.
Looks like Corey might have injured his hand as he's being tended to by the medical staff. Remember, Corey missed last season towards the end. Take a look at that. We'll have an update when we come back. Our families, Colonel Matthew Strand joined the South Dakota National Guard at age 17 and became an infantry officer in 2003. In 2021, he played an instrumental role in evacuating thousands out of Afghanistan. Strand served as a battalion commander in the 2-4 Infantry and is the Joint Staff at the Pentagon. We want to thank Army Colonel Matthew Strand for his service. Corey Kispert is back inside the Wizards locker room as he's going to be tended to. As you see that Alexander Walker slapping down on his right hand. Remember, he had ligament surgery on his left thumb that ended his season a year ago. So we'll keep you monitored on that situation.
That right thumb looks like he got jammed up over there.
Carrington, corner 3, good.
And another assist from Middleton. Middleton doing a great job getting in the paint, creating a problem, and then finding Carrington for the 3-ball, corner pocket.
11th assist for Chris, 21st for the team. Cogwood, too easy.
Definitely too easy a look for the Wiz, for Okongwu right there. If you're the Wiz, somebody has to be home on the weak side.
Alexander Walker hugged up on Middleton. Chris getting into that mid-range. The turnaround fadeaway. Oh my goodness. The 34-year-old is spry tonight.
The vet's got it going. We talked about his passing, but what he's really known is for his mid-range scoring. And right there, he gets right to it on a shot that, quite frankly, I thought he got undercut and thought he got fouled also.
Take a look at it one more time,
See, look, right here. 1 bounce, 2 bounce. Gets that 3rd bounce, drop step, and yeah, you got to protect the shooter. That's an emphasis.
All right, here's a word from MedStar.
At MedStar Health, we're proud the Wizards continue to trust us as their medical team. And how we treat the pros is how we treat you. We're here for you the minute you need us. MedStar Health, it's how we treat people.
All right, the Atlanta Hawks call time as Washington is leading 96-72. See Middleton's numbers tonight. Still 5.5 to go in the 3rd. We can still say he's on triple-double watch, right?
Yeah.
6, 6, and 11. Plus 28 tonight. Washington jumped out to that 29-point lead in the first quarter. The 3-point shot, making their first 8 if you're just joining us. CJ McCollum leading the way with 33. The season high was 42 back on November the 10th against the Pistons. Okongwu, little Euro step, misses. Middleton coming up with the rebound. That's his 7th board. This is spinning. Kick out. Malone tried to bounce passes to Champagnie. It was taken away by Johnson. And look at the hustle by Champagnie.
Great hustle
plucking
by
it away.
Champagnie.
Wizards got numbers. Sarr scores over Dyson Daniel.
I tell you what, Sarr has been a problem all game long, just with his activity. And I don't care if we're talking about his activity, blocking shots or finishing in the paint. He's been so active. His imprint has been all over this game.
Krejci over to Johnson.
And Johnson continues to stay on the struggle bus.
And how about Alex Sarr? Another double-double on the season, 23 and 10.
That's a grown man double-double, too.
He's now had 4 double-doubles in the last 5 games. That's his 6th total for the season. Champagnie, always ready. Doesn't matter if he plays 1 minute, doesn't play in the starting lineup. He is always about that action.
He definitely is.
Dyson Daniels on the deck being held up.
And you see Champagnie right here not giving up on the play. Johnson has no clue. Champagnie's right behind him. It ends up being a steal. It eventually will pay off in a Sarr layup. That is what winning basketball is all about. The extra effort plays, the energy. Not coasting on defense and home run trotting back, but getting back into the play. And not only doing that, making a play, which results in a steal.
Drew and I over the last couple of games have been kind of monitoring the stocks, steals and blocks combined.
Okay.
That's a new thing like in the league right now. Washington is leading that department 15-4 over Atlanta. And normally you win the stock battle, you win the game. 72% of the teams this season that wins that battle wins the game.
That's what it's looking like tonight. And the reason why you win the game when you win that type of battle, as we see Sarr with a big-time block, you're definitely going to win some stocks with that. The reason why you normally win the game when you win the battle for blocks and steals and things of that nature is because it talks to your activity level. It says that, hey, defensively, we're connected tonight. We're on the same page. Everybody's talking. Bodies are flying around. As the Congo knocks down the triple. Like I said, he's been the most consistent Atlanta Hawk tonight. But getting back to my point, when you have a lot of blocks and steals, that means you're active, and that means defensively you're all connected and on the same page.
Fadeaway jumper by Carrington in the mid-range. That's his signature.
I know. I love that shot. I know they want him to take a lot more threes this year. But I tell you what, when he was at Pitt, he was a problem in the mid-range.
Kennard, good defense by Spub, giving an honest effort right there, as Kennard can't make that shot. Coulibaly getting in the paint. And they're going to call a whistle on the Kongwu on the slap down.
Atlanta Hawks foul charge for number 17, Onyeka is third.
And I like this by Coulibaly. Aggressive, sees the big fella on him in the fast break situation. You got a big man on you, attack his feet, get downhill, make him pay.
Wall makes the first. Gift hoops for the holidays this year with the Wizards Holiday Pack. The Holiday Pack includes tickets to your choice of 3 Wizards games, 2 limited edition fuzzy holiday bucket hats, all making one perfect gift across the NBA fan in your life. Off that shopping list early. Buy yours at WashingtonWizards.com/holiday packs. What did you think of Bub's pajamas tonight?
I like them. I got a pair. I'm going to give them to my son when I get home. Definitely going to give them to my son when I get home.
I would tell you the joke producer Rich Wolf told me about you wearing pajamas, but I'll text you offline. Ooh. Sarr coming up with the basketball. Not able to finish, but there's a whistle.
And Sarr with the theft up top. Active hands, picked his pocket. Right here, just picked Kennard's pocket.
So Alex tonight, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and going to the free throw line. He ranks in the 90th percentile league-wide in rim defense. That's allowing just about 64 points per 100 direct isolation possessions. Here's a word from FanDuel.
What's going on? It's a parlor you build with your friends. Add a leg, pass it on.
Pass the leg. Pass the leg.
Pass the leg.
Pass the leg!
Working on it.
Get a profit boost, build a group parlay. Only on FanDuel.
Did I hear what you just? Did I just hear an MVP chant in here for Alex Sarr? You've arrived, young fella. Okay, you've arrived. 23 points, 10 rebounds for Alex, 4 on the offensive window.
Listen, that just tells you how much the fans really appreciate your game. Because we all know Joe, like, not really in the MVP conversation, but guess what? The fans tonight,
But in the fans' eyes tonight,
the fans' eyes tonight, he's the MVP.
Yep.
And all season long, he's played great. This has been an incredible season for Sarr.
McCollum trying to get that corner. Instead, hits that mid-range jumper. Kennard ahead of the pack. A dump off. Good hands by Whitmore. As the officials are saying, that's going to be Washington basketball.
But guess what, though? Whitmore ends up getting this steal because Sarr hustles back. Kennard sees him and doesn't even want to attempt to lay the ball up with Sarr coming, and it ends up with Cam Whitmore getting the steal. That's what big-time defense looks like.
Tristan Vukcevic comes in for Alex Sarr. Cam Whitmore getting that swipe down. Good defense. Under 2 to go. Bub. Mid-range tag.
That's what he does. That's what he does. You can catch him in the mid-range. That's what he does. Big time.
10 points for Carrington. Krejci comes back. You might remember him, Wizards fans. He was actually drafted by Washington. Back in 2020, 37th pick. Tristan now hit into the party for three-point shooting.
Listen, I told you, listen, if you got a Wiz uniform on tonight, you're going to be hot for 3.
Ball right into the hands of Tristan, who runs the floor. Carrington to Tristan. Excellent court vision by Carrington.
Atlanta's letting go of the rope right now. I've been on quite a few of the wrong ends of these type of beatdowns, and when a team is letting go of the rope, that's what it looks like tonight. You start seeing the easy shots, nobody home on the weak side for dunks. They ready to gas up the bus and get about it.
17-5 run for Washington in his third quarter over the last 4:44.
Like right here, you see the pick, roll, big fella going down the lane. There's not a hawk in the picture. That's how you, like I said, that's how you know they're ready to gas it up and go on home. There wasn't, anytime somebody gets a dunk and you can't find somebody from the opposing team anywhere in the frame, that's not good at all.
Tristan touches up Krejci's shot. As the ball goes out of bounds, it'll be Atlanta possession. Eight blocks for Washington tonight. They came in ranked 7th in that department at almost 6 a game. We'll see Malachi Branham check in for the first time.
I guarantee the Wizards are probably going to go even deeper into that bench in the fourth quarter. Going to get a chance to look at a lot of the reserves.
Wallace inside to Kennard. And they're going to call a shot clock violation. That'll be a turnover for Atlanta. That'll be their 15th turnover. Washington has scored 26 points off of those so far.
I'll tell you what, Atlanta just hasn't had it right from the get-go. Right from the start of this game, didn't have the right type of focus defensively, and then the Wizards came out on fire from 3, and it's like Atlanta never really recovered. They had a couple of spurts, and I was very proud of how the Wizards handled that. When they got down to 13, they handled their business, started getting good shots, and they pushed this lead out to where it is right now.
CJ turns it over. Washington only second turnover in the quarter. Meanwhile, the Hawks have turned it over 8 times in the third. We'll see Alex Sarr try to check in real quick. That's a defensive substitution. Sarr will come in for Tristan. Jamir Watkins will come in. Brian Keefe has spoken so highly about Jamir Watkins in the pregame. Talked about the seriousness that he approaches the game being a rookie.
You got to love that, because a lot of rookies don't have that seriousness.
Kennard, 7 seconds left here in the third. Try to throw it up to Mohamed Gay.
Once again, the Alex Sarr effect is what we're going to call it. Sarr steps into the paint, and the Hawks don't even attempt the shot right there, as Kennard sees Sarr and says, nah, I'll try something else besides shooting this basketball.
CJ comes in for Watkins, as he'll probably take the last shot here in the third, trying to get to the cup. And that was blocked by Okongwu. But it's the Washington Wizards still leading over this Atlanta Hawks team, surprisingly, as Washington hung 34 points. The Washington Wizards are hotter than Grandma's grits. Woo! And as my partner Drew would. And as my partner Drew Gooden would say, that's piping.
Yeah.
Fourth quarter underway.
I like that line, hotter than Grandma's grits. You come up with that?
Yeah, you know I'm from the South. You know where I'm from.
This too is true. And Grandma's grits are really hot.
Yes, sir. Fourth quarter underway here. Played 30 seconds. Washington up 111-81, looking for their first Emirates Cup win ever. Their first home win of the season. Carrington driving the baseline. Spraying it over to CJ. Float game as time expired.
It's that type of night for CJ. 35 points. The efficiency is through the roof.
13 of 20, 9 of 11 from 3. Like you said, Brendan, 35 big ones. Dyson Daniels bodies his way inside. Just his 9th point. Okongwu has led the way off the bench for Atlanta in the 20.
CJ's got a matchup he likes. He's got Porzingis on him. He's calling for the clear out.
He saw the double come over.
Yeah, Atlanta knew what was up. you cannot allow Porzingis to be one-on-one with CJ McCollum on a night like this.
Here's Johnson slamming it home. That's Jalen Johnson's second field goal tonight. Brendan, he is 2 for 11.
Ugh.
Unfortunately, we won't see Corey Kispert anymore tonight. He's ruled out. Dealing with that right thumb. We'll keep you posted on that. It's going to cost Corey any time. Meanwhile, Washington came into this game without Keyshawn George. No Marvin Bagley. Also, the rookie Trey Johnson is out.
And kudos to this team. Came in a little undermanned. We talk about no George and Johnson, especially with the way those young guys have played. And Washington walked right into this game, looked Atlanta square in their eyes and punched them right in the mouth right from the jump. This was truly been impressive.
Brendan, I saw something yesterday that might have triggered this. Yesterday in practice, Brian Keefe was probably more engaged than he's been all year in terms of practice, where he actually ran the practice. Not the assistant coaches. He was so locked in yesterday in terms of the education part of practice, concepts, offensively and defensively. And at this point of the season where this team is struggling mightily, I thought that that's something that I wanted to point out today, that coach was so engaged yesterday and the players were all bought in.
And guess what? You see right now, you see that the players are responding to it. You know, players respond to good coaching. They respond to passion. They know what time it is. We understand it's a...
What time is it? It's Air France. Buckle up.
Wow.
This has been an unbelievable offensive performance for the Wizards in an Emirates NBA Cup game.
It's just been an absolute clinic, whether it's been Sarr at the rim or CJ and Kispert getting it done from the perimeter. Everybody.
Oh, how did CJ get that to go down?
I do not know. With the left. With the left.
Daniels loses it, taken away. CJ gets it to go down. He has got 39 points. Wizards fans remember a year ago in New Orleans, he gave him a 50-piece. He's on his way.
He's got a chance. The only thing that might stop him is he'll probably be coming out of the game within the next 2 to 3 minutes.
See Coulibaly at the scorer's table. The contributions tonight, Brendan, are endless. Our Honda's drive of the game tonight belongs to Alex Sarr, getting to the cup.
Right here, Sarr's going to just cut back door, leave Porzingis in the dust, and take off for the ferocious James.
He had an appointment, first-class reservations with the rim.
First class for sure.
Well, you look at the contributions. It started with a hot three-point shooter. Then all of a sudden, guys start attacking the basket. Chris Middleton, 34 years old, sharing the sugar, 12 assists. Corey Kispert got hot from 3. These are the kind of games when you win games like these, you look at everyone in the locker room and go, you did your part, and everyone collectively have led to this 120-90 lead.
Yeah, and then this is also where you go to the film and you say, hey, guys, you see where if you come out with this type of focus and you do your job setting screens, it leads to this. Sarr sets a good screen. Sometimes it leads to CJ getting shots. Sometimes it leads to him rolling to the rim. Sometimes it leads to guys on the weak side getting shots. But you start breaking down that film and showing everybody doing their job at a high level and how it benefits us as a unit.
Megan, give us a sense of what these last couple of huddles have been like in the Washington huddle.
Well, they've been true BK form, as you guys have been talking about all game long on the defensive end. That is the one thing that Brian Keefe has as a non-negotiable. Where is our growth looking like? And the last 3 huddles, including the quarter break, he has said 2 things consistently: transition defense and rebounding. And tonight so far, they have held the Atlanta Hawks, who love to get out in transition, to just 14 points. Conversely, the Wizards have 28 points in the fast break, but he is not allowing this young Wizards team to falter. As you can see, he is consistently on his feet every time it seems that Atlanta looks like they might get something in transition.
Again, it goes back to practice yesterday, Megan. He was so locked in, and talking to him after practice, he loves this. He says he embraces getting it out of the mud. He loves to be in the classroom, so to speak, on the practice court on off days, going into the lab. So many players have talked about how they just respect him because he gets on their behind, but he's also an encourager. Confidence is key. As you know, when a coach really believes in you, it's amazing what you can do out there on the floor for him.
And of course he was, wow.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
Hey, CJ, what we doing, man? Come on, CJ. Don't do him like that.
CJ just matched his season high. He dropped that 42 in Detroit.
Hey, that boy turning back the hands of time.
Oh, he going to work now.
He dancing. They hate. Let him cook. See, they didn't want to let him cook. They seen him out there dancing on the perimeter. That's the ultimate sign of respect. When teams know you're on fire, they're like, you know what? Not you. We're going to double team you and get it out of your hands.
Anybody but CJ?
Anybody but you.
This will be a foul as Porzingis was trying to get inside. Take a look at his last 3 hits, his 10th of the game.
Comes right off the screen set by Sarr. Good screen by Sarr. Porzingis a little bit late.
See that fist pump there by BK2?
The execution was good. But getting back to Coach Keefe and what he was talking about, you're talking about how he empowers these guys. He does a great job of instilling confidence offensively. He's like, hey, I want you to take shots. I want you to get shots in the flow. I want you to get in the paint. But then he just requires that you do certain things on the defensive end. And anytime you get a young team to buy in on the defensive end, you're starting to build the right type of culture.
Alex using the left. He was fouled by Porzingis. The last couple of possessions, I've noticed there's a technical foul going to be called on the Hawks. It'll be on Jalen Johnson.
Man, hey, young fella, save your money. You don't need to get a check right now.
One thing I've noticed the last 2 possessions when CJ has the basketball, there's a roar in the building. It's almost like you're at Berry Farms where you're like, oh, this guy's cooking.
Exactly. It's just exciting. See, he has 42. We talk about Sarr and everything that he's been able to do, 26 and 10. We talk about Middleton's 12 assists. there's just so much excitement in the building because this has been a fun game. It's been up and down. We've had big-time threes, highlight dunks, great passes. This is what NBA basketball is supposed to look like.
And if you heard our open, Brian Keefe even said it. He says, we're close. We're right there. It's right there.
Yeah.
The way that they're playing, there's segments in which they play some outstanding basketball. They have those tough quarters sometimes. And then they end up winning like a half, and you're going, well, if you could put 48 minutes together, it's amazing what this team could look like.
The key to this game was when Atlanta cut it to 13 and the Wizards ran that lead right back up. Because so many times we've seen them give up double-digit leads this season. And they came out. I love the mental fortitude. Not tonight. Not tonight, not on our home court. We're not. I know we were just up 29 and you cut it to 13, but we're not going to fold.
We talked about what the first 5 minutes would look like in that third quarter. How would they handle prosperity? They've done a great job here in the second half. Porzingis, offensive rebound and flush.
Say it with your chest.
All right, let's check in once again with Megan.
The one thing Brian has consistently said, even going back to when he took over as an interim head coach, he loves to use the word resiliency, and he has used it a lot on that road trip with what you guys were just talking about. When a team makes a run, how do you handle it? I go back to the Minnesota game when the Timberwolves, as Keefe is going to call a timeout here, and I'll get it back to you, Chris.
All right, thank you. Brian Keefe saw enough of that. He wants to address it, but right now, C.J. McCollum, 10 threes. How about that for the Washington Wizards? He ties a franchise record along with Trevor Ariza. That's a name. Wizards basketball is presented by your local Washington area Honda dealers. If you want to get more, then it has to be a Honda. Don't settle for less. Visit your local Honda dealer today. Iron Bow. Visit us at ironbow.com. And by Dirty Habit. Come find yours at the premier spot to be before or after every game.
Hey, man, do you practice that? Dirty Habit. No, I'm serious.
Take a look at tonight's shot chart. C.J. McCollum tying a franchise record with 10 threes. He joins Trevor Ariza with 10. And that shot chart right there, pretty impressive. 16 of 23 total from the field as he has led the Wizards in scoring tonight with 42. And how about his 34-year-old mate tagging the Hawks coming out of a timeout for three.
And listen, the veterans getting it done tonight. Right out the timeout. Love the execution.
Shashay scores. How about 10 points, 12 assists, 7 rebounds for McCollum. Excuse me, Middleton.
And if you're Middleton, man, you got a couple minutes. Get greedy real quick. Grab you some rebounds. Get that triple dub.
There you go. Here he is kicking out. Bub swinging it over. CJ, hey, keep the scoring going. If they go keep you in the game, go get your 50-piece.
Why not? You got 42. You got 5 minutes. Your coaching staff is obviously leaving you in to get 50. Be aggressive.
C.J. McCollum, 2 shots.
CJ hasn't made a free throw so far tonight. That's the only thing that hasn't gone right for him. 0 for 2. Makes the first. Here's a word from PenFed.
With the everyday purchases you make on a credit card from PenFed, you can make your dreams a reality.
PenFed's got great rates for everyone.
Season high in points for C.J. McCollum with 44.
And I didn't realize it until you just said it. Do you know how cold you got to be from an offensive standpoint to get 43 with only 2 free throws? Like, that means you're absolutely cooking in the mid-range 3, because we know he had a couple of finishes inside, but it has been all just incredible footwork and fundamentals and not a lot of free throws. And the shooting percentage has been absolutely scorching and eye-popping for C.J. McCollum and the Washington Wizards. Go get 50.
Go get might as well. Listen, we got 5 minutes to go.
So you know the rule right now, right, Chris? He's got 46. Nobody else gets to touch the ball until C.J. gets it. That's the rule. If somebody else comes down and jacks a shot up right now, I guarantee his teammates will be looking at it like, nah.
Well, you just go back to last January. We were in Smoothie King Center when he gave the Wizards 50. And I brought that up to him during media day, and he kind of had this wry smile about it. it's still in there. I don't care how many years he's been in the league. The way he scores the basketball on any given night, he can give you 50.
He has that type of skill set. Now, obviously, he's a little bit older. He can't call on it every night like he used to in Portland. But like you said, the skill set is there. The hesitation dribbles, the in and out, the crossover, the form on the jump shot. He's going to be able to score the basketball for a long time. Even when he's older and retired and playing in those old man leagues, he's still going to be able to get buckets.
Because it's not really predicated on high-level elite athleticism. It's high IQ.
Yes.
And just know how to play the game, reads, all the reaction stuff.
And I love the fact that you said reads as you look at how well he's stepped up from the first
8 games to the last 8.
Yeah. But I love what you said. It's about read. He understands coming off the pick and roll with pace. Is the big up? Is the big back? In the mid-range, where should I be? How do I get my footwork done?
It's going to be a travel called on Carrington. You could see CJ make that pass and then relocate it right there kind of in that dunker area. I think he understands what the assignment is right now to get this fit.
Everybody in a Wizards uniform understands the excitement. The game is over. It's 132 to 101. The game is over. The game right now is CJ going to get 50?
Richard, nice move and finish. He's got 16.
Hold on, young fella. Get that thing to the weak side. Get it to the weak side. There we go. We got action.
Go ahead, CJ.
We got action.
Misses. Follow your shot. And that's going to be Hawks basketball. All right, B, I got to ask you
that would have set this place on fire.
At what point understanding, no, never mind, I take that back. It's an Emirates NBA Cup game. Point differential matters.
Run the score.
So go blow them out.
Run them up. Play for the stat sheet.
Hawks turn it over. That'll be Wizards basketball. Hawks tonight, 18 turnovers. Washington just 9 of them tonight.
They're going to go to the mid pick and roll. Let's see what we get. I think Atlanta's going to double this, though. That's what they're doing.
Yes.
So right now, they're doubling it, getting it out of his hands.
Alex shot was off the mark. The rookie Asa Newell in the game. Played his high school ball at Montverde with Derek Queen and Cooper Flyer.
Hey, man, that was a high school team.
Still not the best team ever to come out of Montverde, I said it.
What? What was the best one then?
Cade Cunningham's team.
Okay, let me see. Who?
Go ahead and think about it for a minute.
I'm asking who was on Cade Cunningham's team at
Cade
Montverde.
Cunningham.
Okay.
Scotty Barnes.
All right.
Our Tar Heel, big fella.
Who that?
You don't remember?
Who?
Oh, that's see. Come on now.
Who?
Plays with the Nets. Oh, jeez, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Just tell
no. You got to look it up. Google it.
Man,
you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Are you going to tell us the guys on this team or not?
I just told you. I just gave you 3 right there.
You gave me 2, and then you a mystery player.
He played at Carolina.
All right.
I'm not telling you, no.
Well, who else was on the squad?
Anyway, all you had to say is Cade Cunningham.
Okay.
And that's the start.
Yeah, I tell you what, Cade Cunningham, he's
Scotty Barnes.
He is killing this year. He's really found it.
Toppin swings it to Richard, his Newell. Oh! Mohamed Gay. Woo. Introducing himself to the Wizards faithful.
He got some bounce now. That's a different type of athleticism right there. Yeah, it might
all
be
right, it's time to take him out.
Yeah, it's time to take him out. I don't think he's going to get the 50.
Brian Keefe calls time. They tried. C.J. McCollum will probably come out. The Wizards bench tonight, all night, has been on their feet. They've had the best seat in the house, watching Washington, getting ready to get their first home win and first Emirates Cup victory. Yeah, I literally just told him it was Day'Ron Sharpe.
I knew it was Day'Ron Sharpe. I knew that. You don't think I knew it?
No.
The viewers at home know that I knew it. He's a Carolina guy. I definitely knew it, right?
You did not know.
I didn't know it?
Read CJ's numbers by quarter, all right?
CJ's numbers by quarter: 4 threes, 12 points in the first, 15 points, 3 threes in the second, 6 points, 2 threes in the third, and 13 points in the fourth.
Do you call that balance? Is that efficiency?
That's efficiency, that's balance, that's everything you want from a big-time scoring night.
Mohamed Gay here in this closeout fourth quarter with another tap in. We're under 2 minutes to go as Washington is going to get their first home win of the season, their first Emirates Cup victory in franchise history. All led by the veterans of McCollum, Middleton. Unfortunately, Corey Kispert had to go inside the locker room with a hand injury. We'll keep you updated on that, but he was terrific tonight. 19 points, back into the starting lineup. Here's the rookie Jamir Watkins. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Washington. And Bilal Coulibaly, kind enough to wear the mic for us. Here's the final installment. It is presented by Robin Hood.
Let's go. Hey. Oh, whoa. You got it. Get it. Good pass, Fred. Coming to you. Square. Hey. Good shot, bro.
Fun night had by all.
Yes, definitely. And it's been fun from the beginning.
It has started early, this team, and I think I want to give them a lot of credit too, Brendan. We talked about handling success and what would it look like coming out of that third quarter. And what we saw was Atlanta got it within striking range, and then Washington was able to assert their aggression once again on both ends of the floor.
Washington did a great job tonight of having great mental fortitude. The lead went from 29 to 13. You started feeling a little bit of tension in the building. People started getting a little nervous, a little uneasy. And next thing you know, the Wizards started executing. They started doing what they were doing in the first half, and they pushed this lead right back over 20, and they never looked back.
Wizards as a team, 19 of 37 from 3 tonight. Team, they shot 58% from the field. They had 30 assists. I actually mentioned you yesterday when I was talking to Brian Keefe about assists. And I asked him, I said, what's the assist number you like to look at? What's the number? And he's like 30. And I was like, that's funny you said that. About 15 years ago, Brendan Haywood and I was in training camp in Richmond, Virginia. And you and I were talking about assists. And that time you told me probably 20 assists is like a really good number. My, how things have changed in this league.
Yeah, like back then, because the game was a lot slower, didn't get as many assists, but now everybody's moving up and down. Guys are shooting way more threes. The court's more spread out, so that 20-point number has ballooned to 30. That 30 is a really good number now. A lot of teams can get 20.
Yeah, 30 assists tonight for Washington on 48 made field goals. I mean, even Atlanta had 33 assists tonight. But this was all about Washington as a team collectively coming in tonight, saying enough is enough with that streak.
You know what they say, man. Sometimes you got to open up a can. What's in it? Don't tell them. That's what they did tonight. They opened up that can, though.
And you can book this one to the Washington Wizards. White flag time here in the district. As the streak is over, Washington picks up their first home win of the season, their second win overall, and their first ever Emirates Cup victory, beating the Atlanta Hawks 132 to 113. With the Wizards winning, you get $2.50 on a Big Mac on the McDonald's app tomorrow at participating McDonald's. CJ McCollum, the man of the hour, 46 points, leading all scores, 10 of 13 from 3. Those 10 threes tie the franchise mark of threes made in the game with Trevor Ariza. The contributions, Alex Sarr, yet another double-double, 27-11 to go along with 2 steals. and 2 blocks. And how about McCollum? Not much more you can say about a guy that was that hot from distance.
Yeah, listen, everything he did tonight, he did it with a purpose. He was on fire right from the jump. The footwork was phenomenal. The jumper was absolutely on fire. And he just got that confidence rolling, and he never relented. And I like the fact that he never took his foot off the gas.
CJ and the rest of his guys are at center circle, getting the prayer in and getting a little dance also, as we're waiting for CJ to be joined by Megan McPeak. And let's go down to Megan with CJ.
Hey, it was all because of my pajama pants. Remember that.
Bub says it was all because of the pajama pants, guys. CJ, your third most career points, 46 tonight. But I want to ask just about the resiliency of this team. And you said at halftime to me it would depend on how we come out in the third quarter. They made a bit of a run, but you guys withstood it and then threw an entire punch right back at them to get the first Emirates Cup win in Wizards history and the first home win this season.
Yeah, we did a good job. We've lost some close games throughout the season, and we've kind of let ourselves down in terms of execution and having laws. But I think tonight we got off to a great start. In the third quarter, we withstood the runs and did enough to get the win.
You said you put in work the last couple of nights to be able to just be in a rhythm, and you said at the beginning of the season it would take you a little bit of time to feel like yourself and get used to this system. I think tonight you were feeling pretty good.
Yeah, just keep swimming, man. I put a lot of time in. I sacrificed a lot of time away from my family to get in the gym at night. I got my guy Diggs here. I got my guy Devin here, and we just continue to stack our days, and not just the last few nights, but I get work in throughout the week. Back to back. I'm in the gym the next night at 10 p.m. doing what I need to do to get myself ready, and these results they come in the dark. They come from hard work in the dark. A lot of sleepless nights trying to figure out how to really master my craft and be more consistent with my jump shot.
I have to ask about the way that you guys defended, especially having an anchor in Alex Sarr and the way he can protect the rim for you all when that perimeter breaks down. What does he do for you all defensively?
I mean, he's great, man. He's athletic. He's got great timing. His motor is continuing to develop to where he's understanding, like, he can block almost every shot. So now he's contesting things offensively. You see the skill set, his ability to shoot the ball, make plays off the bounce, good touch. He got a nice little fadeaway, and he can always dunk something too.
Congrats on the win, CJ.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Unbelievable effort by the veteran, CJ McCollum. 46 points tonight as Washington gets their first home victory of the year. Final score from Capital One Arena. It's the Wizards 132, the Atlanta Hawks 113. Monumental Sports Network is your home for Wizards, Caps, Mystics, Beltway football, and more. Many thanks to Brendan, Megan, and our entire Monumental Sports Network team. I'm Chris Miller, Wes Hall and crew standing by with the crossover.
All right.
Max One Music. Music.